Hello, my friends. It's such a pleasure speaking to you on this podcast. Today's subject is about mental fitness. We give a lot of emphasis on our mental physical health. However, we are not so particular about improving our mental health. However, the fact is that mental health is more important than even physical health. All the big scientists, the top industrialists, the top CEOs, innovators give a lot of emphasis to mental fitness. How we can improve our mental fitness? Here I would touch only 2 points. One is reframing. Mental reframing. Instead of complaining about why the things don't work out for you, ask what you would learn, what you have learned from this. There are a lot of examples one could learn from the mistakes. In the recent past, I have examples of two people whom I knew and who were my suppliers. The first one, she made a website for me. It was a good website. She acted very confidently. She took the necessary inputs from me, and within the allocated time, she completed the website. She made whatever improvements were required. She even gave me a video demonstrating that in the event of these things failing, these are the steps which take. So website was working very well. And she insisted that I should give her a top ranking on Google. Though initially I wanted to give her good rating, she insisted that she must get excellent rating. And so I did that. Second case of another supplier, he was student of my institute only. However, when he made the video for me, he made it at a reasonable cost, and that video was so good. It was very creative, professionally made, and when I used that video on social media, on meta advertising, I could get Number of leads, many of them were quality leads, and I could enroll 4 students for my classes. That was just in the beginning itself. Now you come to the mistakes which I thought that I made for my company. When I made videos myself, those videos were not very good and could not generate quality leads even after advertising in same platforms. And I could not convert any of them into serious students. Second thing, I spent a lot of money in the beginning on renovation of my office. Now I realized that instead of spending 8 lakh rupees on renovation, if I had spent 4 lakh rupees on renovation and put 4 lakh rupees for my company, for its growth, it would have been better. In the beginning itself, the teacher, when she got 4 students, she made some grave mistakes. And out of 4 students, 3 of them left. So instead of spending 8 lakh rupees on renovation, if I had spent 4 lakh rupees on renovation, and that 4 lakh rupees extra I could have utilized for making payment for another teacher for a period of 1 year. That teacher could have got me more students and my business could have grown. So this is what I call that instead of complaining, I should understand what I can learn out of it. This is called reframing mentally. Another help one could get is by giving a cold mental shower. In other words, putting yourself in discomfort. When you open your computer, though, you can begin with going on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp. If you take the difficult thing first, that is, if you want to do recording on Zoom, that could be very challenging and you may start with that. I'll give you one more example. I remember a meeting where my marketing manager, the top manager from products, and managing director, and 5, 7 my colleagues were sitting there. In the meeting, the top manager said that sales engineers don't give us the pricing, don't get the prices from the competitors. So what can I do? So after a few minutes, I got up and said that even if you do not get the prices from sales engineers, they may not be in a position to get it from the competitors. Could there not be a better method or another method? Like you have the sales price based on cost plus method. Now, it was a difficult question because I had asked that question from the top product manager who was given an excuse for not or delaying the launch of new product. The managing director appreciated my point of view and he suggested to the top manager that yes, his point is correct. It should not be a reason for delay in launch of the new product. You could do selling prices to begin with on cost plus method. Now I'm giving you these two examples just to illustrate this point that one must do do unconventional things. In a discussion and all, it's not necessary for the purpose of belittling anybody, but ask a question which is meaningful, which could lead to more fruitful discussion instead of just keeping quiet or agreeing to people who want to dominate. Now, I would end this discussion, and this is a food for thought for today. Let's see how we get in a position to utilize these suggestions for improving our quality of work and growing